Everybody, Mushbeard here, back with some more Chain Strike action. Today we're going to be doing a little discussion about pincer attacks, but I wanted to let you know that this video is brought to you by chainstrike.net. Go out and visit the website for all your guides, tips, tricks, information, and more. You can find all my videos there as well. Again, chainstrike.net for all of your Chain Strike information. Now today we're going to be talking about pincer attacks. So pincer attacks are a unique thing to this game, and I know some people kind of get confused about they don't work exactly like they thought they would, and stuff like that. So we're going to go over it today. So I've got two heroes here. I've got a Saren, Bishop Saren, and a Queen Seamus. Excuse me. So we're going to go ahead and look at Queen Seamus' stats here. Whoops. Clicked on the wrong part. Come on. I do have collection effect in. Give me her stats. Come on. Oh my goodness. We're going to have to quit this board. Alright, well, we'll talk about the pincer, then we'll go show the stat first. So every character has a stat called Pincer Attack, which is different than your regular attack. And what it does, so if I select my Saren here, and I select a target, like I'm going to attack either with my normal or any special ability, I will be able to see the range at which I can attack. But if my allies can also attack that target, there'll be an arrow drawing from the ally to the enemy showing, hey, when you attack, this ally will attack before your attack. And that's something that's key to understand. There, the pincer attack will always happen before the main hero you select to attack. So if you need a defense break, or you want a defense break on an enemy, you don't select the defense breaker to attack, you select one of the other allies. So the defense breaker goes first in the pincer, can proc the defense break, and then your attack from your attacker goes off, and hopefully the defense break was landed and you'll do more damage. So if we select Seamus, so they're not in good range at all. So I need to get where my Saren can attack around here. I need to move my Seamus right here. And now if you see here, now you can see the arrows. You can see two. So one from Saren and one from Seamus. If I attack the guy right in front of Saren, Seamus will also attack. If I attack one of the other ones that Saren can attack, Seamus will not attack because it is not within Seamus' attack range. And Seamus is queen, so hers is two spaces in all directions. That's the queen range. So it's important to know to move things into range before you attack. Do not, unless you have a specific reason to, do not wait to use your movement till after you've attacked, because you could have moved an ally into pincer range before the attack and gotten bonus damage or bonus debuff or what have you. In this case, my Seamus has on her first skill HP Disturb, which isn't that important in this scenario, but it will proc. So it bases it on the first skill that you have. So my Saren has it where she can apply continuous damage. My Seamus can apply HP Disturb. So that's important, knowing what the skill or the debuff that's on the first skill of the monsters that are pincering. And like I said, the pincer will happen first, and then the attack will happen. So I'm going to select, I'm just going to do a normal attack. We'll do it at 1 speed. And you'll see Seamus attack, HP recovery, and then a normal attack by Saren. And that cleaned it up, we moved into space. So now if we go where Seamus can attack, so if you look, Saren has the same thing, Seamus can't get there. So we can move over here, we can do the same thing. We're just going to do a normal attack again, HP recovery, normal attack. I'm not landing any dots. My high chance is not working well for me, but that's okay. But this is important. And one of the reasons this can be confusing for people is because attack range and movement range are the same thing, essentially. So like my queen, she can move in 2 spaces in all directions, and she can't move diagonally in 2 right now because there's an enemy in this one, and there's an ally in this one, so she gets cut off. But her attack range is also the same, so she could move to one of those spaces and then still have an attack radius of that same direction. Saren's is different. Hers is diagonal. She is a bishop, so she gets 1 space in all directions immediately surrounding her, and then she gets 3 spaces diagonally. So you can see over here, and I can't right now, there's no pincer. So let's try to move. I can't really move in where they can both. I was going to try and reverse the order here, but we're going to do it this way. Pincer. Boom. All right. And there are some questions about pincer. we're going to go ahead and do here. We're just going to let it auto. As you can see, they're going to pincer like that. So even when Seamus used a special attack, my Saren was in range to pincer the main target. And that's another thing to remember. When you're pincering, if your attack is going to hit multiple enemies, it will only pincer on the target you actually tap on to initiate the attack. So if, I have to get more allies to show this, but if I had a team of 5 here, and one was directly in front of my Saren and it had 3 allies pincering, and another one of Saren's targets would have 2 allies pincering, I have to select which one, because they're only going to pincer on one. So I either select the target with the 2 pincer or the target with the 3 pincer. And the other targets will still get hit by Saren's attack because they're still in her attack range, but only the target I select will be affected by any pincer attacks. So you have to remember that when you're looking, which one do you really need the debuff on, which one can you just not afford not to hit right now, or whatever it is. Or maybe it's one you need to be able to kill so that you'll take over their spot and move out of attack range of someone else for the strategy portion of all this. So we'll go ahead, and now that we've showed how pincer attacks will work, we'll go ahead and show the stat here, and we'll go over a couple things. So it is right here. This is my Probella pincer attack right here. As you can see, her normal attack is 1200, her pincer attack is 776. Things to note here. Like I said, it is the first ability that you are attacking with. However, if your first skill has multiple attacks, like lay on here, I believe, yep, attacks the enemy in the range 2 consecutive times and increase the critical rate of all allies for 1 turn, blah, 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 if she lands. So if she is the main attacker, she will attack 2 times. If she is a pincer attacker, she will only do her first skill 1 time. So this is useful for knowing, like when you're doing Kraken. It's Kraken, yeah, it's Kraken. The one with the 7-hit shield, the boss for gear that has the 7-hit shield. When you pincer, you can't bring a bunch of people that pincer that would normally attack a bunch of times and just break the shield in 1 turn. Doesn't work that way. You'd made a main attacker, which could be lay on, to attack twice, and then everyone else to pincer for 1 attack each, and that will help. But you have to remember that. So if it normally would attack 2 times or 3 times or 4 times, whatever, when it pincers, it will only attack 1 time. So you don't get those extra hits. So just 1 time. You have to remember that. Excuse me. Also, people that scale on their first skill, like Maria, you can see her damage on her first skill is proportionate to her max HP. This is only the case when she's the main attacker. When she pincers, she uses her pincer attack stat. That's how it works. So it will not change. She will not pincer based on her HP. That is only when she is the main attacker. If she pincers, she uses the pincer attack stat. So take this in mind. People that use defense, Mountain Spirit scales off defense. When he pincers, he uses the pincer attack stat. So you got to know these things. Also, typically supports will have slightly higher pincer base attacks than all other units, and attackers will have the lowest base stat of pincer, because obviously you'd probably want to pincer less with them because you want them to attack because they are an attacker. So you can see like 734, we've got a support, well, she's a defense type, she's at 745 and she's not even maxed out. 776 for support for Probella. You can see defense type down to 670, he's not maxed out, but some of them are lower. It is 3-star versus 4-star, 713, he's not maxed out for Finn for support, but you get the gist of it. Typically, supports will have higher and attacks will have lower. It's not always the case, and sometimes it's in the middle, but that is typically the way it goes. So it's just an important thing to note about pincering. Let's go over it again. It goes in the attack range of your movement range. So if you're queen, you can pincer in your queen formation. The pincer always happens first. So once you select an attack, the pincers happen, and then the attacker that you selected attacks. So you need to know that for debuff purposes. That's the way it's going to go. You could only pincer on 1 enemy at a time. So even though if it shows 3 going here and 2 going here and 2 going to a 3rd ally, the ally you click on will get the pincer, or not the ally, the enemy you click on will get the pincer attack. The other ones will get hit by the main attack because they are still in attack range. They will not get pincered. Keep that in mind. You can apply your debuffs that are on your skill 1 through pincer attacks. That's how it works. So make sure you're selecting it so your defense breaker goes in, and hopefully defense breaks first before your attacker goes. Pincer attacks only scale on your pincer attack stat, not with HP, or defense, despite what the main attack says. That is only when they are the main attacker. Other than that, pincer attack is what you're looking for. Supports will typically have higher pincer attack stats. Attackers will have lower pincer attack stats. It's not a huge difference. They're pretty close, but that's just something to know. So when you're building supports, so if you have like a Violet, who you want to pincer a lot because she has defense break, you might want to build on her equipment, which mine still needs work. So she needs pincer here. I put pincer on her necklace. You could also put pincer on on her ring if you wanted to. I put accuracy because I really want her to land her defense break. But so that is a basic rundown of how pincer attacks work, what it looks like, and what you should be looking out for. So thanks for watching this episode, everybody. This is Mushbeard. I am out.